he was a real dick. No, really, his name was Greg Dickey. I should have known as soon as I learned his name that there was no way we would work out, because there was just no way I could marry him. See, my name is Victoria, so everybody, they would have started calling me Vicky Dickey. If you're paying attention, that would have made my initials VD. Also, I just would have loved to invite all of my family and friends to the Felt Dickey wedding. I have dealt with 3 ex-boyfriends who have just driven me crazy, and there are things I've dealt with that I never want to deal with again. My ex-boyfriends all had major issues that affected me very negatively, so please listen to what I have to say so you will never have to deal with these again. I hate my 3 ex-boyfriends for 3 reasons. Greg was super controlling and clingy. Brian, just kind of dumb and oblivious. And CJ, well, he was only a good boyfriend when he was stoned. My first boyfriend, Greg, well, we met over the phone. And although we talked on the phone every day for 4 hours a day for about a month and a half, I was still totally oblivious to how just controlling and clingy he would be. See, Greg, he had little man syndrome. Well, he was very controlling. He would tell me what I could and couldn't wear. He always had to know who I was with and what I was doing at all times. And, well, he wouldn't let me have any male friends. He was also so clingy. He literally spent every second of his free time with me. He also didn't want me to get a job because he was afraid we wouldn't have enough time to spend together. And when I told him I made the cheerleading squad at my school, he cried. Brian, well, he was the rebound to Greg. And, you know, he was just kind of dumb and oblivious to that fact. And he would always do these stupid things like get really drunk and take his shirt off at parties and black out and leave me there. He was a really good friend, he really was, but the thing was, he was always listening to me cry over Greg, and he never quite grasped the concept that he was just the rebound. In fact, when he moved away for a football scholarship, he was really somehow surprised that we broke up. I hadn't seen him for about a year and a half until a couple weeks ago, and he actually spent about 15 minutes when he was drunk, crying and yelling at me, talking to me about how he thought we were going to be together forever. When I met CJ, I thought he was perfect, except for one thing. He was stoned all the time. The funniest thing was, though, when he decided to get sober, I realized I didn't even like him sober. He was very sweet when we first started dating, although that went downhill when he got sober. He was very quick to get angry all of a sudden, he didn't care about my feelings anymore, and he totally closed himself off to me. I wasted a lot of time on ex-boyfriends, and you will not need to if you just look out for these 3 things. Guys who are controlling and clingy, guys who are dumb and oblivious, and guys who are potheads. I urge you to dump any guy unworthy of your time, and please leave him in the past, because what's worse than an ex-boyfriend is one that sticks around for years. Thank you very much for your time, and just remember, the best cure for a breakup is some chocolate and a good friend.